embrace what we call authentic learning. Academically, we call it blended learning, but we have students who can attend lectures physically, while others are online. So that composition, we call it blended learning, where some students are online and other students are physically attending the lecture. And it happens in real time. So briefly, that's what we call blended learning. As Victoria University, we are so futuristic. And in that sense, what we are doing, we are actually in the future. We are doing what the world expects from a modern graduate. You are expected to be knowing how to use gadgets, and our mechanism of teaching cherishes that, because we are looking at a student who can use any form of technology. We are a technologically driven university, and in that case, that is why the composition of blended learning comes in from, whereby students, both online and physical, enjoy the fruits of learning, the technological aspect of learning. First of all, the main goals, one of the goals is to, first of all, to tap, or rather to benefit all people. Two is to make learning possible wherever you are. That you don't have to move distances, countries, across nations or whatever to enjoy learning. Learning can take place from any place. Two, to give a leeway for people to work as they study. While this is contrary to the traditional norms of teaching or education, where people used to think that learning only happens in buildings, for lack of a better word, called a school. So we believe that learning can appear on your bedside, and a mango tree, at your workplace, at any place of your convenience. Learning can take place. So it is the reason why we went into blended learning. Students at Victoria University, they are always oriented. Every intake, we always schedule days, in most cases 2 days, to orient students on our technicalities when it comes to education. We train them to embrace the modernity involved in the modern day learning. Okay. We have a fully stocked library, both at Market Plaza and here at main campus, which we believe any student who doesn't have a laptop per se can reach out to those facilities and use them. They are free to all our students, for both those who are doing research and those who are answering their exams. If you have been here for some time, you must have noticed that during examinations, most of our facilities are full. With the students who don't have laptops, they access the computer laboratories and they are free to do whatever they are doing there. Of course, there are challenges because of one of them, I would say, the high rate of data. Data is very expensive. Maintenance charges of a platform called V-Class. So those challenges are there. And then other challenges of students who are coming from really traditional backgrounds, whereby it takes us a lot of time to initiate them into the new system. That's why we have cases of failure to submit right from coursework, and the lecturer has to extend dates of submission. Unlike for the exam, we don't extend dates of submission. Once the portal has closed, it has closed. So we are trying to make our students enjoy the fruits of online learning. Yeah, maybe something I would say is, I understand you are students of Victoria University. Yes. And I was once a student of Victoria University when I was doing my master's. But one thing I would like I've taken an observation about is what the world wants. What the world wants is experience, hands-on, and practicability of the skills attained at school. Which back then when I was still at the university, I will not mention, we were merged into reading books and writing exams using pen, which is contrary to what the world wants. The world wants reports which are typed. The world likes people who can communicate using gadgets. The world wants people who can learn and unlearn at the same time. So when you look at all that kind of composition, you realize that, and the world also wants people who have soft skills, other additional skills, to help them, to help these individuals or the learners to enjoy the real world. Because the real world is not filled up with paper. The technology has taken another step. That's why you see other countries who have cherished technology earlier, they have developed so fast. Unlike Uganda, where we still have universities and secondary schools, which are still cherishing the traditional kind of education system. Okay. So as Victoria University, we are grooming you into people who can embrace technology everywhere you go to cause an impact in society, because that's what the world wants.
Okay, I believe the blended learning has enhanced a lot of students' academic is by it gives you the option to, like, if you're a physical student, if you're an online student, you have both that option as to how you want to study. It also allows students, working students, to still attend their classes, to complete their coursework and the examination without necessarily having to be in school. So I think it really has enhanced their academics. A challenge would be not a lot of students know how to operate computers or know how to operate the online system. So that's something that they find a lot challenging, especially students, for example, like students that are abroad. Time difference can also impact their online studies, because they have to try to figure out the time difference, try to log in. There are also other challenges like networking, lack of internet, and yeah, so there's like a lot of challenges that most students would face. In my opinion, I would say it has given a lot of students the opportunity to be very flexible. So if you are, as I said before, if you are a working student, you have the option to do your work at the same time. You have the option to study. Even if you're not a working student, say you are a parent, some students are actually parents, so it does give you the ability to study from home while catering to your daily duties. Yeah.
Well, blended learning, this is new technology. We don't see it in very many universities around the country. But for Victoria University, what we mean by blended learning is a student has a chance to either attend online classes or physical classes at the same time. Well, this has in a way helped students who, for example, live far to be able to attend the classes, or even those students that are working to be able to attend classes at the same time keeping their day-to-day jobs. For example, we could have someone who has a class on Monday, but remember Monday is a work day, and they also have a 9-to-5 job. So with this blended learning system, you're saying on a Monday, if you have work, you could log into your class and then you study. But then on a Tuesday, if you're free, you could come to school and then you study. So basically, that's what blended learning means for students at Victoria University. Well, for the challenges, I could say is blended learning, as I said in the beginning, is new technology. So with new technology, it means not a lot of people have caught up to it, and even the software or the facilities that you have in the country are not able to full or help it live up to its potential. For example, you have network issues. There are times when network, say for example using Airtel or MTN or any other network of your choice, there are times when the network goes off and it locks you out of the class. Now imagine a time where you're not actually at school and the lecture is going on and the network is off. What do you have to do? So that is a challenge number one. Lectures are on and off because of network issues, or there are even times when your phone is on charge. But with the physical class, whether your phone is charged or not, you will be there. But now imagine here you're supposed to survive on electricity, you're supposed to survive on network. And in our country that we live in, network is not that good, and sometimes electricity is on and off. So that means you have to miss a class or two, but then, hey, it's still a new system and you're waiting to see what it could be in the times to come. For blended learning impacting on student time management, it could go two ways. for those students who are full-time students, well, they have a lot of time on their hands to discover what the world has to offer. That's why I have programs like the Career Readiness and Employability Program at Victoria University, because we believe that every student is supposed to work as they study. You're not supposed to be studying alone. So with this blended learning, we have a system where it's either 2 days a week, either Monday or Tuesday or Thursday or Friday, where you have your classes, and you also have an option of attending the class online. So if you're that kind of student who is overzealous, that kind of student who has a lot of things to do outside the education, outside the classroom, well, this blended learning is one of the things that will make life so much easier for you, because you'll have an option to say, I'm going somewhere very far, let me attend my class online, then I go and attend to my other duties. Well, on the other hand, you also have students who are full-time students and they would love to be available for physical classes. The reason why it's called blended is because there's an option for online and physical. How would it affect the students' time management and all that? Well, it teaches you to be self-reliant. It teaches you to know what exactly you want, because they're giving you both worlds. It's either an online or physical class. So you have to know what works best for me as a student, what works best for me in order to achieve the better results.
How I view blended learning in Victoria University is basically I can attend lectures anywhere and everywhere in the world, actually in the world, because I would have said country, but I'm going to say in the world because I could travel, take a flight to like Dubai, then find myself studying still. Not missing lectures, being flexible, I can work at the same time, learn. Well, the cons I've already told you. Actually, I can take a flight in Dubai, then come back to my laptop, log in and attend the lectures. Another thing that is flexible about the embedded learning system in Victoria is, well, it's a flexibility of the learning. Well, I could say basically the flexibility and also, yeah, basically it's the flexibility, yeah. Because I could be working at the same time I'm also pursuing my education.
My name is Mazen Nixon. I'm currently pursuing a bachelor in nursing science for 4 years. Well, the stress on it, I feel like my experience on V-Class is quite extraordinary, and I would say it's quite refreshing and exciting as well. V-Class, me personally, I feel like it has really helped me to balance my life off and in the classroom. And the only way I find it very tricky is the internet part, because internet is quite tricky, and then also expensive as well, because imagine I'm up country, there are some bundles I wouldn't afford to buy since the classes are quite for 3 hours.